How's it going, everybody? So, I want to talk to you today a little bit about waxed chains for mountain biking. Waxing your chain is easy. There's nothing to it. I've got another video I'm working on, kind of going over it. But really, you buy a crock pot, you buy paraffin wax, you throw 2 tubes of paraffin wax in the crock pot, you throw the chain in the crock pot, a clean chain in the crock pot with it for a couple of minutes, you pull it out, you let it dry, and you put it on your bike. And it's the best chain lube you can get, hands down. I've tried them, almost all of them probably. It's not messy, it's very clean, it works fantastic, it makes your chain always look very nice. And the best part is you don't have oil and grease all over the place. But for mountain biking, it's a little different than road biking. So for road biking, it can last a really, really long time, before you have to re-wax your chain. And I didn't see a whole lot of videos last year when I started looking into an alternative to, oil and for chains, and started looking into doing waxing. And there wasn't a whole lot as far as, for mountain bikes. And, I just kind of wanted to go over that with you. This chain is waxed. It's waxed, it's clean, new wax. And as you can see, I can touch my chain. My hand's a little dirty from doing something else a minute ago, but yeah, as you can see, I can touch it, and grab it, use it, and, nothing. So, they feel a little waxy from the wax. It's very clean, keeps your drivetrain clean. For mountain biking, it's been a lifesaver. It really has. It's just a miracle solution, almost. I went to Moab in April for 7 days. And in Moab, in the dry, sandy conditions, I did not maintenance my chain once. I was with other folks that was using oil, ProLink, and some other stuff that they bought locally that they said was really good. And we'd go for a ride out in the desert, and it would just be caked with red dirt, and it just sounded, all grindy when they'd be pedaling. And myself and one other guy had waxed chains, and we didn't have any problems. It was fantastic. But I went an entire 7 days. I rode 2 to 3 times every single day I was out there, averaging about 60 miles a day. And I didn't do anything to my chain at all. I kept the same chain on. I brought an extra wax chain just so I could quickly swap it out in case I needed to, so I didn't have to do any, crock pot melting to redo it while I was out there. So I just brought an extra chain, but I didn't even need it out there. Now, I live in the Midwest, Southern Illinois, kind of outside of St. Louis, and basically around here in these conditions with the humidity and kind of the wet and the dirt, I get about 2 rides. Every other ride every third ride I'm re-waxing the chain, basically. Not basically, I have to. It wears out pretty quick here. If you're in the desert, obviously it'll last a lot longer. It's almost like road riding out there in the desert. There's not any dirt or mud or anything, but in spring around here, it rains. So in the wet conditions, if you wax your chain, I definitely recommend you do it every other day. It does wear out. Riding through creeks, I ride through creek beds, and sometimes you get some muddy spots in sections of trails. We try not to ride muddy trails, but sometimes it just is what it is, and there'll be a muddy section. There's a waterfall section on one of the trails that I have to ride through, So water really is the enemy of wax chains as far as mountain biking goes. So any wet conditions, and you'll have to do it every other ride. So I just kind of wanted to go over the longevity of waxing your chain for mountain biking and the practicality of it. and it's very practical. It's incredible, and it's made my drivetrain last twice as long at least. And I mean, the true test was definitely in Moab, and everybody. I was with 7 other people, and they were pretty impressed with it. With myself and the other guy's wax chain, and he used the graphite wax, which I'm gonna have to talk to him about. His seemed to be a little better. Mine's just a cheap, $5 paraffin wax from Michael's, down the street, Michael's craft store. So I'm gonna talk to him about his. It seemed a little better, but not by much. So if you're looking to get perfection, then you can go that route. But otherwise, I mean, it's fantastic. I mean, I loved it. I love the wax, and I've been using it for almost a year now, and I have 0 complaints compared to the alternative. So that's all I got to say. Real fast, I'll try and think real quick to see if I can't think of anything else that you guys might want to know about the waxing of the chain. And that's it. Have a nice day.